The man grabbed a handful of dirt and shakily put it into his mouth. Then, he said with great satisfaction, "This is the best stuff they've received in years. 6 pounds of dirt can be exchanged for $60,000. However, immediately after, Mark used the money he earned to buy 2 barrels of fresh water and a tomato growing in a pot. His extravagant spending immediately drew the attention of everyone on the floating island, and some even wanted to marry their daughters to him. But what you'd never guess is that just a few days ago, Mark was so poor he couldn't even afford water. Every day, he could only barely survive by filtering his own urine, and he had to remember to look like he was enjoying it while drinking. Since the land was submerged by seawater, human resources have become extremely scarce. Fortunately, Mark's swimming skills allowed him to often salvage valuable things from the seabed, including dirt that was more precious than gold. However, today Mark made a mistake by refusing a marriage proposal from a young girl in her prime. This immediately aroused the suspicion of the island chief. His daughter was so beautiful that no man could resist her. The island chief immediately ordered 2 burly men to forcibly examine Mark. However, this examination revealed an even more shocking secret about Mark. Behind his ears, he had gill-like organs, indicating that Mark was a mutant after the apocalypse. Not only had their ears grown gills, but their toes had also developed into flippers, allowing them to breathe and live freely underwater. Everyone was shocked by this discovery. They swarmed Mark and quickly captured him, as he was outnumbered. To eliminate the anomaly, the islanders prepared to throw Mark into the septic tank. But just then, a large group of pirates suddenly attacked. They surrounded the entire floating island and opened fire with heavy machine guns, quickly breaking through the island's defenses. The floating island only had a few water guns to fight back, and the outcome was obvious. The island was quickly invaded by the pirates. At this moment, a pirate who flew and happened to hit the cage Mark was in, causing it to fall into the septic tank and rapidly sink. Mark desperately tried to open the lock, but he quickly disappeared into the sewage. Just as he was about to drown in the feces, a woman appeared and pulled Mark up. She said that if he wanted to live, he had to take her and her daughter away from here. It turned out that the floating island could no longer withstand the pirate invasion, and Ellie didn't want to be caught by the pirates, so she pinned her hopes on Mark. Mark swallowed a mouthful of sewage and resolutely nodded in agreement. The woman then pried open the lock and saved him. Mark kept his word and told Ellie to quickly open the gate while he swiftly dove into the water, swimming like a fish to his boat. He leaped onto the boat, easily took care of the pirates on board, and regained control of his vessel. Then, he took the mother and daughter and escaped the pirate encirclement without incident.